I need to address it before I was ready to, because it's blowing up. So I guess we'll talk about it now. Also, alerts are muted, and I probably will miss them. But thank you so much. Thank you, Anonymous. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Never take Twitter seriously. I try not to, except when something like this happens. But thank you so much, everybody. Okay, I guess I'll just jump right into it. I don't know, man. It's been really hard, and I try not to talk about this kind of stuff because my stream is not a place for negativity or bad feelings, and I try not to let you guys see this side of me. But I feel like this was the best way to talk to my community directly, because you guys are the people that I care about the most out of everything. I care about you guys, not the random people jumping on a hate mob for clout and attention and wanting to feel special and give themselves a pat on the back for bullying the stupid Harry Potter nerd. And also I'm probably gonna cry a lot, so I'm sorry for that. And it's probably gonna get really bad. So I apologize. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to give in to the bullying from all the terminally online Twitter freaks that don't even watch my streams. I don't know anything about me. And I'm having a hard time just talking to you guys right now. It was hard to even press the button, but I feel like it was necessary because this has blown up a lot, and I don't want people to think that I am some kind of person that I'm not. Though hopefully you guys know that. If you've been watching my streams, I feel like it's kind of apparent. So I don't know, I like to at least speak to anyone in my community that is LGBT that noticed all the hateful comments and slander going around, and just explain that what you're hearing from people isn't true. And I don't know why people just mindlessly accept the things that they see on a tweet and just take it for fact. No one bothered to fact check any of this, which is surprising but also not surprising at the same time. So yeah, I don't know, in these kind of situations, as a public figure, it's usually better to take your time to process things and let the toxic people get bored and move on and formulate what you want to say in the proper way, because anything can be misconstrued. But here I am talking before I am mentally ready to do so, because I've been backed into a corner. So that is what I'm doing. But people have taken to spreading lies and trying to slander me in the most ridiculous of ways, and people are believing it. So here I am explaining the facts. I guess. But as you know, I streamed Hogwarts Legacy last week with my title, making it very obvious I was doing so, and I was in the game category for the game because I was streaming that game. And as you guys know, and I made it very clear when I was streaming the game, that Harry Potter means a lot to me. And in order to have a comfortable chat, a legible chat, terms were blocked to stop people from inciting hate raids and filling the chat with harassment and negativity like what happened to tons of streamers before me. And those terms were basic terms used for harassment, such as transphobe and other really negative things that would not be used in my chat ever in a positive way. So those were banned. Of course, I feel like that's something that you would kind of just expect. But apparently people think that I banned the word trans in my chat, which I did not. You guys know that I have not, because we've had that conversation before, and we've had trans characters in games before, and we've been able to talk about them. The word trans by itself was never blocked by me. I would never block that. I would never block any LGBT term or any variation that people use in normal Silver conversation. Like, I would never block that. But apparently people think I did. So I guess I'll explain how moderation of a large channel works for people who are V-tweeters or just blindly believe what random people on the internet tell you, instead of fact-checking for yourself, which is very easy to do if you have a Twitch account. You don't have to be a streamer, which most of them are not. If a term is blocked by someone, you see a very specific message saying that your message wasn't posted because of conflicts with the moderation settings. It literally tells you that this word is blocked. If a word is caught by automod, you get a completely different message. And as a large streamer, I have pretty strict automod. I think a lot of large streamers do, because people try to just spread hate. So we by default have pretty intense, strict rules. And when you have an automod with level 2, we checked this, by the way. It's not hard to check it. When you have automod with level 2 across the board, which is some filtering, 2 shields, it automatically holds certain words that it deems as harassment so that your moderators can approve it, and then it's put into chat. And like, people just randomly went into my chat trying to find things that automod held, I guess. And when you get words held by automod, it specifically tells you that your message is being checked by moderators because Twitch deems it as harassment. And incidentally, the word trans itself falls under the level 2 moderation filter along with gay or other terms, just because they are regularly used to incite harassment. And that level of moderation holds it so your mods can check it first before it's accepted into the chat. And you can't add a block term to automod. That's all Twitch. Twitch picks the terms and it puts them as automod. You can put words that are approved. Like, if someone says it, you can approve it. But Twitch blocked that automatically. That was not me. Like, we've never had someone randomly come into the chat and just say trans by itself, because why? That's not something a normal person does. You know, we've had conversation with that word in a sentence, and that's fine. But that word by itself got hit by automod. And I didn't know about this. I had no idea. That's why people noticed that it was being held by automod, because it's never happened before. Never. So I had no idea. I didn't know. My mods didn't know. None of us knew. Okay? I had no idea. So when that went all around Twitter, because people thought it necessary to post it on Twitter before telling me or my mods, because they did it purely for hatred, we fixed it today and allowed just the word trans for anyone that wants to come in and type the word trans. So I had no idea. And whoever first decided to try and slander me with that was really grasping at straws, and I guess automod is what they decided to slander me with. So good job on that, I guess. Like, there's been plenty of positive talk about trans people in my stream chats, even during the game when we were talking about like how there's a trans character with a trans voice actress. Like, that conversation was fine. And believing that the talk of trans people in general was blocked in my chat is just plain wrong. And you should know that that's wrong. And I don't know why this idea started, but it's a blatant lie and an absolutely asinine thing to try and cancel someone over. It's just ridiculous in so many ways. Yeah, the trans character's actually a badass, and I really like her. Like, cancel culture is just insane. I think putting those measures in place for a comfortable chatting experience for the streamer and a community is a really basic thing. It's a normal practice for streamers to do. But that doesn't mean that I'm taking any stance on people's personal lives or political leanings or beliefs or anything. Like, my streams have never and will never be a place to discuss these kinds of topics. And I hate that I have to do it now, because it's not something I want to do. I would rather not. But like I said, I feel the need to address it, because people really like to spread hate, I guess. My streams have always just been a place to relax and enjoy video games in a chill environment and to make friends. It's a place to escape the world and just relax and enjoy things. It's not a place for arguments or intense discussion about controversial topics, no matter what they are. And I like to think that anyone that's part of my community and comes to watch my streams understands that and would comprehend that any discussion about topics like this would be prevented. Because it always is. This isn't the place for those kind of conversations. Like, if you prefer to watch a streamer that delves into those kinds of topics at length and encourages that kind of discourse, you're more than welcome to find someone that encourages that kind of discourse. But this is not the place for that. We just want to be cozy, you know? I've never and will never be a political streamer or someone that talks about those kind of things, because it's just not, and this just not this kind of community. And like, I've never had a negative viewpoint of anyone in the LGBT community before. Like, we have plenty of LGBT viewers, and I have plenty of LGBT friends and community members, and like, we love all of them. I appreciate all of them. I welcome all of them. And it breaks my heart to think that people suddenly believe that because I played a video game, I'm suddenly a completely different person that has completely different views. And it just fucking sucks. Like, this community has always been very welcoming to everyone. And it's just insane to think that suddenly you're partial to the views of the person that created the IP of the game that you're playing. Like, if someone's streaming something that you don't want to watch or you don't agree with, like, you're welcome to just unfollow them and stop watching the stream. That's perfectly normal. That's acceptable. Everyone understands that. Like, Harry Potter meant the world to me when I was little. I've talked about this a lot on stream, and like, it was my whole childhood. It was a world to escape to, and I went to every book release in my little robe and my little scarf with my best friends. And that was my whole world. That was my whole childhood. Like, I didn't have a great childhood, and Harry Potter made it so much better. And yeah, it sucks. It sucks that that's being tied with such horrible ideals. But it's something totally different, you know? I'm getting to experience the nostalgia of the best parts of my childhood in the form of like an amazing, super high quality modern game. It was like a dream come true for me. Like it was huge when I was little. Like there's nothing like that now. Like it was like Star Wars, but for really nerdy magic people. Like it was a global pop culture phenomenon. Like it was a huge part of our lives. It shaped our childhoods, and like a lot of us didn't have our own computers. We didn't have internet. Like we had Harry Potter. And it meant a lot to me. And it meant a lot to my community to be able to relive those experiences with you guys. Like when I got my wand and when I flew on my broom and all those things, they meant so much to me. And I just wanted to stream it. And I just wanted to share that with you. And if you're a part of this community and you believe that me doing nothing but streaming this game means I'm against your views, then you're welcome to stop being a part of this community, and you can stop watching the streams. And I get that, you know? I understand that. And we all understand your feelings, and you know, I hope you enjoyed your time here while you were here. And it's okay if you don't want to be here anymore, but harassing people because they played a video game is not how you go about proper activism and try to make legitimate changes. Like, there's so many streamers that aren't streaming the game not because they agree with this boycott, but because they're scared. They're scared of the hate mob. They've even flat out said that they're scared, and you think it's fine. You think it's fine that they're terrified to play a video game. Fear should not be the answer. Fear is not the answer, and it's insane that you think that it is. I streamed this game because that world meant the world to me when I was little. It meant a lot to me as a child. And it meant a lot to a lot of people in the trans community as children, and you still harass them. I wanted to share my first-hand experience of something from my childhood with the community that I love. And I streamed it because they told me not to give in to the bullies, and I didn't. I didn't, and I don't want to. I streamed it because I thought it would be apparent to my community that my views don't align with the person who owns this IP. And for the most part, it was. The people that come into this chat spreading hate are first-time chatters, and it makes a big bright box letting us see that they are not part of this community. And they've never watched a stream, and they're just here to spread hate. I streamed it because someone I care about is on the development team, and I wanted to support them and show their hard work because he was really, really excited. He was proud to have such a big part in a game this big. Like, this is a big, big game. And he just got death threats and harassment when he told people that he worked on it. He literally got canceled by people for saying that he worked on this game. That's literally his job. Like, the hatred around this game is because of this thought process that if you play it or stream it, you're somehow aligning to the views of this writer who barely makes a 20th of the amount she makes from theme parks and Nintendo and Lego and like all this other shit that makes so much more money and is just as easily, if not more effectively, boycotted. Supporting the game barely affects her, but it does affect the people that made the game, and everyone wants to say that's not true, but it is. Like, there's a large number of LGBT people employed at Avalanche, which is the developers of the game, and that includes trans people and non-binary people, and I don't know why they don't matter. Like, according to my friend who was on the development team, the success of the game does directly affect their livelihood after the launch of the game. And it determines if the studio will be shut down or not. And it's been shut down before. And like, that's literally a threat to their livelihood and how they support themselves. It's like... And like, there's even a trans character in the game who gives you story quests, and she has a really touching backstory and a touching quest line, and a really great voice actress who is also trans and does a great job delivering the character. And she's a badass. She's literally a badass. And like, and there's other people that are LGBT, and there's diverse people in the game that are shown in respectful ways. Like, they're not just token characters, they're like actual characters that matter. But everyone just overlooks that. And I think the devs did the most they could with the subject material they were given to make something inclusive and obviously against the ideals of JK. But you still want to bully the streamers about playing the game. Like, there's been so many streamers that play the game that are trans and they still get harassed. There's people that stream the game while hosting a trans charity that get harassed. And that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, at all. Like, another VTuber that I'm friends with and really fond of literally has been like completely wiped from the internet because of this harassment. And like, I don't know if she's gonna come back. And it's just because of this. Like, I received so many death threats and harassment and doxing and people doxing my friends and like so much horrible, vile things, all from streaming a fucking video game. It's just insane. Like, hate breeds hate and it doesn't help anyone. And I don't know, I got to the point where I was sick of seeing hatred all over and guilt tripping on random art tweets. It's literally like they gang up on so many random tweets about Valentine's Day or art or automated posts. Like they wanna post so much negativity everywhere, and I just got sick of it. So I block people because I just wanted breathing room. And everyone on Twitter blocks people. I'm not banning you from stream chat or Discord. Like, I just don't want to have rampant negativity on my tweets, and a lot of the people that I block because of that, I don't keep them blocked. I just want them to stop. Like, you block people all the time for the smallest inconveniences. You just always tell people block them and move on, but when someone does that to you, it's something horrible. Like, if you're hurt and upset and you have something you want to say to me, I have a Discord where you can make that known. You can message a mod. You can message me on Twitter, preferably not with death threats, in a civil conversation, like a normal adult person. And just, I don't know, this boycott is being known for nothing but hatred and abuse. And this kind of hate mob mentality does literally nothing but muddy the conversation for support and understanding of legitimate trans right conversations. Like, all that people will think about when they hear the word trans is like this boycott and bullying people. And that's not what anyone wants at all. And I don't know how it got to this point. Like, the energy that people are using for hatred could be used much better utilized in other ways for things that could actually make a difference. And harassing and bullying people is not the answer at all for anything. So yeah. I never want to have a controversial like talk like this on my stream. I never want to do this again. I hope I never have to do this again. I don't want to cry like this to you guys. This is the kind of crying I don't want to do. I don't want you guys to see me like this. But it got to the point where I was just backed in a corner, and I have people legitimately thinking that I am a transphobe because I played a video game. And because Automod does things that Automod does by itself that I have no way to affect. And I didn't even know was happening. So mentioning all of this hopefully can kind of put a stop to the lies that people are spreading, and hopefully the people in my community, because I'm talking to the people in my community, hopefully you understand that I'm not the kind of person that crazy people on Twitter are trying to say that I am. And I hope that if you've been here for long enough, you know that. So, I don't know. Like, as is the way of toxic terminally online Twitter, though, they will move the goalpost and find something else to hate me for. So I'll be really curious to see what that is. But, hopefully the LGBT people in my community understand my stance and understand that I just wanted to play the fucking wizard game because it was a humongous part of my childhood and shaped me into the person I am. And Harry Potter in itself has a lot of good messages to share with people if you just take it as it is. And that shaped me as a person and shaped a lot of us through our adolescent years, I think. And I just wanted to share it with you guys because I love sharing things with this community. I love telling stories and letting you see, like, I have a lot of childish joy with new games I play and things that excite me, and I, like, that's literally the epitome of my childhood joy was Harry Potter.